Hey y'all. Hey guys. Cheryl Dothett here, and I am excited. So, I want to share and make sure this light looks okay. Hey Brenda, thanks for joining. Make sure, I feel like I'm in a shadow here. But anyways, I want to share what I discovered today. I was trying to figure out what to do for day 4 of our spring fresh picked eyeshadows. And I was trying to figure out, because I've already done the Forget Me Not, and I've already done the Always Greener, and I've already done the Pure Marigold. So that left Blue Violet and Whoopsie Daisy. And what is this one? Burning Romance. So I was trying to figure out what to do. So I decided I wanted to use Blue Violet, but then I wanted to do it very subtle, not bright, because as you can see with any of these shades, but specifically the Blue Violet, you can go really, really, really bright, or you can tone it down. Yeah, we're just having a really bad hair day, so just ignore the hair. Hey Robin, thanks for joining. So what I decided I would do is I would go with Whoopsie Daisy, which is this really, really pretty pale yellow here, and Blue Violet, and mix them together in some way. Yay, Raw Delta! And I ended up with this. So I want to show you how I used the Blue Violet as an eyeliner. And since I have hooded eyes, then I have to be really careful about how I do my eyeliner. So that made this even more of a challenge, right? So, I've already done the rest of my face, and obviously I've done this eye. So let's do this eye, and let's see if we can get it to match. And what I started with is I used our number 7 large shadow brush, and you can see it's pretty big. And I went with a different color. I went with this color right here, Cream Boat. I don't know if you can see that right here, Cream Boat. Hey Chris. I went with this color right here, Cream Boat, and I put it on my whole lid, and I did it as a kind of a foundation color so that it just evens everything out. So I'm going to use this brush number 7, and I'm going to put Cream Boat on it, and you can see I've got, just a little, and I'm going to go all over my whole lid, and I'm going to just even that out. And I'm patting it because I don't want to just drag it across my skin. So I'm patting it to put the powder in place. Now, as you can see, that is actually a very pretty color all by itself. But it also makes a really, really good base to put other shadows over. Hey Nancy, good evening. Hi Jason. Okay, so that's just my base, and I just put that on there so that it would just even out the palette, if you will, kind of give me a clean palette to work with. Then I'm going to take, is it hot yet? Then I'm going to take, what number is this? Number 9, our brush number 9, which is an angle eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this in the crease and just on the bottom. Not today. It's coming, It's almost time. And I'm going to use Whoopsie Daisy in this yellow color right here. And I'm going to do this all over and in the crease and a little bit higher because I have hooded eyes, which means that when I open my eyes, if I don't go above my crease line, then you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see anything. Yep. Kind of miss it until it gets into those triple digits, and then I'm not so sure. Hi, Sheila. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so I've got a little bit of the Whoopsie Daisy on my brush, and I'm going to go in the crease and the lower lid with it, and then I'm going to go a little bit above, and then on part of this brow bone here, so that when I open my eyes, you'll actually be able to see it. And since this is an angle brush, then I use that angle of that brush to my benefit, and I do kind of a windshield wiper motion, and I spread that really, really pretty pale yellow right on the top of what we just put on there. And in that transitional crease and a little bit higher up on my brow bone. Hey, Teresa. Did your package come yet? Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Jill. Okay, so you can see it starting to just blend that really, really pretty pale yellow. It's really, really pretty. And normally I put my eyes on, I do my eyeshadow before I do the rest of my face, so that when there's fallout, then it doesn't fall on the face, the foundation and powders that I've already put on. But it's not that big a deal, so we're okay. Now, we're going to do two things. We're going to use two different brushes, and this is where we're going to put, where we're going to go back in with the blue. I'm going to use this brush number 11, which is our smoky eye brush, which is really, really nice with putting a liner down underneath your, right up next to that lash line, and then we can also use it on top, and it gives us this really, really pretty smoky look. And then I'm also going to use brush number 13, which is the liner brush. You can see it's angled and it's very thin, very small, and go back in, and that will help fill in the lines. Now normally, hi Sheila, normally I would just use the liner on top because again, I have hooded eyes, which means that if I do too much liner, it's too thick, very thick at all, then when I open my eyes, all you see is the liner. You don't see any shadow that I have. The other thing that we're going to do is I'm going to use our First Base makeup primer, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on this brush before I put my before I put my eyeshadow on it, which will help the eyeshadow stick to the brush, but it'll also make it look like it's wet. It'll make it look like a wet liner. So we're just going to spray, I don't know if you can see this, but we're just going to spray just a bit on here, okay? And then I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to just dip it in there in the blue and roll it around so that we get blue on the brush. Okay? And then I'm going to use this as my liner. Now let's see if I can do this without poking myself in this little mirror. And I usually start in the middle of my eye. I don't start right in the inner corner or the outer corner, because that helps me not to go too heavy in this inner corner. And then I just blend it. Now, because I went and I was playing with trying to get a wing also, because I am terrible at doing wings, then I pulled my eye out and I just went past my eye a little bit. See how it just looks really smoky? And don't worry if there's uneven edges, because we'll come back with the thin liner brush and we'll just clean that right up. But what's important is to get that color on there. Okay. And then we're going to use this liner brush, and then we're going to go back over this, and that'll even out those lines and it'll smooth it really nicely. And it just gives us a really pretty liner. Now, I'm going to take just my blending brush and kind of blend that in around my eyes. I might actually take a little bit of concealer and put on that as well, just to kind of blend out around my eyes a little bit better. But it's really hard to see in all these lights. So hopefully that looks okay. Okay, what do we got? Hey Susan, thanks for joining us. Hey Ashley, appreciate you watching. Okay, so that is how I used the blue violet with brush number 11, which is a smoky eyeliner, and used it as a blue liner, and it'll last. Like I put this eye on. I did this eye at probably about 8 o'clock this morning. One more thing I'm going to do is I am going to take and put just a touch of, what is this called? Hang on. It is Sweet Dreams. So I'm going to use the Sweet Dreams, and I am going to use brush number 20, which is just a really small eyeshadow brush. Hey Becky, hey, thank you. Appreciate you jumping on. And I'm going to put just a real little bit on the brush. It's hard to see with all these comments on here, but I'm going to use just a little bit of that, and I'm going to put it just right up here, and then down here in the inner corner just a little bit to give my eye a little bit of pop. Kind of like a highlighter, where it just makes the eye pop, makes the color pop from all the lights. And it just really helps pull that all together. But as you can see, I just tapped it on, didn't put much on, and that's Sweet Dreams. And I use this shade. I use this shade all the time. It is a really pretty neutral color. Now, one more thing to do is mascara. And what I have on is our really awesome black, but for some of you who don't want black eyeshadow, black mascara, we also have brand new, starting in April, we have our incredible mascara formula, but we also have it now in brown. So for those of you who are fair complected, instead of using black, you could use brown, and that would give you a neutral look to your eye. Or if you wanted to use black on top and brown on bottom, that would give you that full lash look, but it would help with raccoon eyes if you have that problem. So you have a couple of options. And I always curl my eyelashes, but I do it before I put mascara on. And I do it in a couple of places. I don't do it just at the base of the lash, although that's the first place I start. And then I just work my way out to the middle of the lash and then the end of the lash. And this is our brand new lash curler. It's really kind of cool, very lightweight. And I love this neon green rubber piece here. And this actually comes with an extra rubber piece as well. But this is a professional grade quality, very, very sturdy metal there. So it's really, really kind of cool. But it just fits very nicely right in the eye too. So you're not like pinching the corners of your eyes with some eye crimpers. You know, you have to be really careful, otherwise you end up getting the skin on the corner of your eye, and then it just really kind of hurts. But this just fits just perfect around the eye. So it's really, really very easy and comfortable to use. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put on our mascara. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the base and kind of go that way, back and forth, so that I can get in between the lashes. And I'm also going to pull out and up at the same time so that my lashes curl up. And normally, when I put mascara on, I use 2 coats. So I'll do 1 coat, I'll let it dry, and then I'll do another coat. And I just pull it up. Pull up the volume. And I also use the tip. I always use the tip of the wand because it helps to separate your lashes and coat in between each lash. And it gives you very good precision to get into that eye. I'm learning to be ambidextrous here. We're going to let that dry just a little bit. Now when I put the bottom lashes on, I squint a little bit, then that gives me a little bit of space in between my eye skin here underneath my eye and my lash, so that I have a tendency to get it all over my eyes, and then I have to go back in with concealers and clean it up a little bit. So when I squint, then that gives me a little more space, and I don't have as much problem with getting it on my eye. Again, I just pull it up. While that's taking a minute or two to dry, let me show you the brown. So the brown comes in the same kind of container, has the same great wand, but it's this really, really pretty brown. Whereas the black, so you could definitely see a difference between the two, but they both have the same wand, very good wand. Fits very comfortably around the eye, and it gives you just some really, really good color. Here, let me do it on my arm here. Same great formula, but a really, really pretty brown color. So if you're, you know, like I said, if you're fair complected, or you want to go black on top and tone down the blackness and put brown on the bottom, you could do that. That would look out really, really nice. You could mink your lashes. Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining, dear. You could mink your lashes where you put a coat of black, and then you let that dry, and then on the tips you put brown. Let that dry, and then go back over with a coat of black, and it really makes those top lashes look really, really full and full of volume, and really pulls them out. Or you could wear the brown, both top and bottom, to give you a little bit of mascara, a little bit of volume in your lashes, but not a lot of darkness. You know, if you just wanted to go real quick, a little mascara, a little eyebrows, a little lipstick, and out the door, run it down the grocery or whatever you're doing, then you could do that with the brown, and it would give you a little bit of mascara, but you know, but not a dark color like black usually gives you. Okay, I'm gonna go back over this lash with one more layer of mascara. And this time I'm gonna focus more on just pulling it up for volume. So I'm pulling it up and back towards me. Get that volume in there. It gives me really full lashes. And there you go. And that's how I used Blue Violet. That's how I used Blue Violet as a liner. Hey, Pam. Very easy, very quick, and it looks really, really pretty. Especially if you have blue eyes. The blue liner will really make your eyes pop. And that all comes in our Fresh Pick eyeshadows special this month. And you can only get these shades in this palette. The palette comes together, and we certainly can hook you up with one of these palettes. But awesome colors. You can go dark, you can go light, you can mix them, and you can use them as a liner. You can use them as a transition shade. You can use them as a smoky eye. You can use them as a single color. A lot of versatility and a lot of opportunity to just play with the shades. Okay. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Hey, Kim, thanks for joining. Have a fantastic evening. Feel free to share this video. Appreciate you jumping on and appreciate all the comments. If I can answer any questions, please don't hesitate. Give me a call, message me, send questions in the comments, whatever works for you. I'm here to help, and I so much appreciate you jumping on and joining me. Thank you, and have a great Blue Violet evening.